Delays in appeals and judicial process introduction. India jumped 30 places to break into the top 100 for the first time in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business report (EOD 2018). The government's efforts to make business and commerce easy have been widely acknowledged. The next frontier on the ease of doing business is addressing pendency, delays and backlogs in the appellate and judicial arenas. Why judicial process has been the focus. The Economic Survey of 2017-18 focuses on the need to address the issues of pendency, delays and backlogs in the appellate and judicial arenas towards ease of doing business. These issues, it says, hamper dispute resolution and contract enforcement, discourage investment, stall projects, hamper tax collection, stress taxpayers and escalate legal costs. The survey suggests coordinated action between government and the judiciary to boost economic activity in the country. The clear and certain legislative and executive regime backed by an efficient judiciary that fairly and punctually protects property rights, preserves sanctity of contracts, and enforces the rights and liabilities of parties is a prerequisite for business and commerce. Recent government measures or actions to expedite and improve the contract enforcement regime. 1. Government scrapped over 1,000 redundant legislations. 2. Rationalized tribunals. 3. Amended the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, 2015. 4. Passed the Commercial Courts, Commercial Division and Commercial Appellate Division of High Courts Act, 2015. 5. Reduced intragovernment litigation. And 6. Expanded the Lock and Lock program to reduce the burden on the judiciary. The judiciary is simultaneously expanded to the seminal National Judicial Data Grid (NJDG) and is close to ensuring that every high court of the country is digitized, an endeavor recognized in EOD 2018. However, still economic activity is being affected by the realities and long shadow of delays and pendency across the legal landscape. Findings: delays and pendency of economic cases are high and mounting in the Supreme Court, high courts, economic tribunals, and tax department. Overall workload of the judiciary has increased. Pendency and delay. Possible reasons: high courts, burdened from expansion of discretionary jurisdiction. High courts, burdened from original side jurisdiction. Supreme Court, the expansion of special leave petition (SLP) jurisdiction, recourse to injunctions and stays. All these are taking a severe toll on the economy in terms of stalled projects, mounting legal costs, contested tax revenues, and reduced investment more broadly. Actions by the courts and government acting together can considerably improve the situation. Do you know? National Judicial Data Grid (NJDG) about Supreme Court of India launched a public access portal of the National Judicial Data Grid (NJDG) for district courts to demystify the judicial process for the ordinary citizen. National Judicial Data Grid (NJDG) is a part of the ongoing e-Courts Integrated Mission Mode project objective. The public access portal will disseminate national, state, district, and court-wise information about institution and disposal of cases on a monthly basis. The NJDG will also provide daily statistics on case pendency before the courts under the e-Courts project. The survey goes on to note that the government and the courts need to both work together for large-scale reforms and incremental improvements to combat the problem that is taking a large toll on the economy. It suggests some steps, which in brief are as follows: expanding judicial capacity in lower courts and reducing existing burden on high courts and the Supreme Court. Considering its low success rate, the tax department could exercise greater self-restraint by limiting appeals. Substantially increasing state expenditure on the judiciary, particularly on modernization and digitization. Building on the success of the Supreme Court, creating more subject matter and stage-specific benches that allow the court to build internal specialization and efficiencies in combating pendency and delay. Courts could consider prioritizing state cases and impose stricter timelines within which cases with temporary injunctions may be decided, especially when involving government infrastructure projects. Improving courts' case management and court automation systems. Conclusion: the survey concludes by noting that recent experience with GST has shown how vertical cooperation between the center and states, cooperative federalism, has brought transformational economic policy changes. It says that perhaps there is scope for a horizontal variant, which it coins as cooperative separation of powers, that could be applied to the relationship between the judiciary on one hand and the executive/legislature on the other.